Welcome back, HART Sapphire Series 2021, Round 10. It's the Courier Mail match of the round. It's Game 2 today. It's the Carina Leagues Club Tigers taking on the Cougars. The Cougars 9-0. They have a perfect season thus far, taking on the Tigers sitting in 6th place. My name's Dave Mills, joined in commentary by none other than former Diamond player, Demelza Fellows. Demelza, this should be a cracker.
Absolutely, really excited for this morning. It's Game 2 on our Sunday morning down here, Millsy, and what an awesome couple of teams. Huge heritage, a lot of pride, some excellent talent. It's going to be awesome.
So the Cougars coming to this one, like I said, 9-0. They're sitting on 155 competition points. The Tigers, last start winners. They lost to QUT last week, and they are sitting in 6th place. They're on 47. Desperately need a win to get themselves towards the top 4, Demelza.
Yeah, absolutely, and I know they've been just off the mark for the last few rounds. Really, a lot of effort, a lot of intent, but just not being able to execute, and they're definitely going to have their work cut out for them against a very classy side.
Indeed, they do. As you say, this is the third game of round 10. This morning we had the Jets defeat the Rays, and of course last night QUT Netball took care of the Bond University Bull Sharks. So we'll start with the lineups. We should have the lineups very shortly. We'll start with the Carina Leagues Club Tigers. Captain is Amy Somerville. The goal attack is Tash Robinson. Jada Gaff for the wing attack. Elise Malga is the centre. The wing defence, Ali McLeod. The goal defence, Lynette Childs. Ree Childs, the keeper. That leaves a bench of Lily Gray, Tiata Baldwin, and late call-up Madison Cooley from the Ruby side. Shelley Rosanoff is out due to an Achilles injury. Coached by Erin Burns. Assistant is Megan Snell, and Ashley Nadamu is the manager. The Cougars team should be coming up shortly, captained by Riley Holland at shooter, Mia Stour bringing the power at GA. Madison Davies is in for Lisa Maimai. She's at wing attack. Macy Gardner the centre. Vivian Fitzpatrick is the wing defence. The gun, Ruby Bakewell-Doran, is the GD, and the goalkeeper, Remy Camo. Leaving a bench of Martina Rikas, Naomi Fitzpatrick, sister of Vivian, and Alosa Numata, who's just recently been named the 17s captain for the Queensland team. As I mentioned, Lisa Maimai out. She's actually playing State of Origin touch football.
Tell you what, there's not much that girl can't do. And what about this Cougars side at the moment? Ruby Bakewell-Doran is absolutely smashing it across the league. Mia Stour has been shooting it up. Macy obviously always gives you a lot of grunt in the middle. So it's a really great, awesome team to watch. I love the style and class that they bring about it, but the Tigers are going to give it to them. Amy Somerville knows what she's doing down there. They've got some good options in the midcourt. Jada Gaff has been growing and growing, and I love little Alice Melgo. She's in our 19 and under state team. She's got silky skills. She's a nice wing defensive sort of centre, and it's going to be a great touch up there.
She is a Jet, and we are only a minute away from the start of this match, and before we get underway, we'd like to acknowledge the traditional owners of the land on which this great game is taking place, the Turrbal and Jagera people, and pay our respects to the elders past, present and emerging, and extend that respect to any Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people watching today. The umpires for this one is Cara Winnebaum and Claire Johnson. Di Fawcett is the substitute umpire. So the ball is with the umpires now. The game will get underway.
Looks like a Tiger centre pass.
It does indeed. And they are just rearranging a few of the banners, and we are 30 seconds away from starting. Here come the umpires now. What's your prediction, D-Mac?
Well, I think we're going to see probably Cougars get up, but I'd just like to see the Tigers put in a more consistent four-quarter effort and really take it to them.
Well, I got a little secret for you. The Tigers did play the Queensland men on Thursday night. They acquitted themselves extremely well. And, got used to playing with some tougher and sort of bigger bodies, so that should help them today.
Did they put any offline defence on? Because there was a certain commentator who might have took them for some offline defensive work a couple of weeks ago.
Was that you? Were you the certain commentator? Because I didn't.
Tash Robinson there, lovely little finish to start the game for the Tigers.
So Tash gets the first goal in, and Cougars looking to respond. Maddie Davies gets the start at wing attack. Haven't seen a lot of her this year. B&A player, so she's come up into the side for Lisa Maimai. And the first one there for Riley Holland. We might be calling that name a fair bit today.
Absolutely. Captain at the back there, holding strong. They've got some options in the goal circle at the Cougars, don't they, with Martina Rikas on the bench, a handy little acquisition. Maddie Davies as well, of course. She's named in the Ruby Bakewell-Doran. Plucks the ball out of the air. Has a little bit of a breakfast treat to start her Sunday morning.
So, it is brunch time, and she does it well. And Stour now takes the shot, scores. That's her first. So all the shooters are underway for the Cougars. And Macy Gardner gets us going again. This incredibly fast-paced midcourt. So they don't lose anything with my mind not there, do they?
Absolutely not. Nice little touch there from Jada Gaffer, but unfortunately they couldn't get the scrap. Riley Hollands. Oh, a big rebound there from Ree Childs.
So Wonga with it, breaking down a bit in the mid. They have to go all the way back to Childs.
Just some young, inexperienced defenders there, but they've got so much heart and really a lot of power as well. So
they've had some amazing quarters as Tiger side, and you think they're going to pull away with it, and just that inexperience that you talk about kicks in a little bit, and unfortunately they come back to the pack a little bit.
Showing some patience here. Bit of ping pong.
So Robinson shoots and scores. She gets her second. Amy Sullivan, the only shooter yet to get on the board.
I'm sure we'll see her eventually.
Yeah, I don't think we have to worry about that. Speaking of shooters, let's just talk Mia Stour, one of my favourites. 217 out of 270 at 80% coming into this one. She's got one of the best percentages in the league.
I was watching them against QUT last week, and I thought she is showing no actually, even at Firebirds training during the week, no respect for the defenders, Mia Stour.
That's good. That's what we want. So Firebirds yesterday had an unfortunate loss, 2-6 for the season. They'll bounce back, I'm sure.
Let's look at the Tigers bringing the ball down the court, hey?
Changing the subject there. Well done, coach. So the ball swings wide. It comes to L. Childs, Lynette, that is. And they with the ball now. Tigers being very patient here in offense. Robinson on the base, scores another one. That's 3 straight for her.
That was nice vision from young Alice Malga there to find her connect with a goal attack on the baseline behind all the mess.
So Stour with it now. So
Macy Gardner just finding a little dodge and open on the circle edge where all sneaky centres should be.
Holland gets a penalty call. She'll shoot from close range and scores. We're all tied up at threes. 11.5 to play in the first. And Tigers acquitting themselves very well at the moment. Loose pass here. Gardner can't pull it in. Contact call regardless.
I feel like Alice Manga might have only had one arm on that contest.
Just enough. So, and the ball is with Somerville for her first shot. It goes high, misses. She'll get her own rebound and does.
Of course, this Camo Bakewell Doran combination, renowned across the league, is fairly fierce. Remy Camo was not seen last week, didn't stop the Cougars, but it's good to see her back on court again today. Remy
came unavailable last week, and yes, he's come back in, and it's like wearing a glove this side. They bring people in and out, and it doesn't seem to affect them at all. As Holland gets another one.
Well-drilled soldiers under the White regime.
Yeah, Liz White, the master coach. So, ball back with the Tigers now. This is the first turnover for them.
Just a bit much on it for Jada Gaffer down in the corner. Despite her lovely athleticism, well kept in there from Macy Gardner.
Let's talk Cougars for a minute. 69 they average per game, 43 against. So that's very impressive. That's a differential of 26. Tigers average 46 offensively and 51 defensively they let in. So Cougars with the best record, that's why they're 9-0.
Absolutely.
Differential of 26, that is huge. So they lead now 5-4. We've played just on 5. Oh, Garner cops a loose hand there from McLeod.
The difference between Cougars is they're number 2 to Jets in terms of defensive gains, but they're so stingy with the ball. They don't give it up, and their turnover conversion and their conversion rate is absolutely first class. So that's why they have such a positive, and why they can take themselves up to new levels, because what they do get, they waste it, whereas the Jets, they don't waste it, whereas the Jets are a little bit more expensive in that space.
And that's the difference between championship sides and contenders, yeah?
Absolutely.
So
nice touch there from Ruby Bakewell Doran. Tigers having to work so hard to get any sort of space, friendship, freedom in the circle there.
So Robinson steps in, and Camo has that. She swats it away, and now in transition, here come the Cougars. Of course, they're in the red going left to right of your screen. Tigers in the black and gold, right to left. So a turnover here. They didn't convert that one, Demelza.
I know, I put the commentator's curse on them.
You did indeed.
Mia Stour just pushing Macy Gardner a little bit too far into the pocket, but here's a nice build-up from the Tigers down court.
Nice transition from McLeod. Finds Mogga. Throws it away, unfortunately. And another chance here for the Cougars. They lead by 2.
Just missing Amy Somerville, who was presenting nice and tight at the front there. Trying to get a bit fancy, perhaps.
It's just a noticeable speed differential between the Cougars and everyone else, isn't there?
Well, they pass the ball into the driving space, not just to the player. So they already know where they want their friends to go. And that's the lovely flow of it. So turn, release, someone's going to be there. They know it because they've all done their job.
7-4. Just creeping away a little bit here, the Cougars. This is what they do. Just when you think you're in the game, they just pull a little run of goals on you.
So you're a super coach as well, Mr. Mills.
Allegedly.
Would you call a timeout already or just let it play out a little bit longer?
I'll let you do a secret. Last week we played State of Origin, as I've mentioned many times, and we played timeouts, and I forgot I had them. So in the first game, I completely forgot.
So I'm saying you're tipping a no.
But now, if I was playing in this comp, I'd realise, obviously, that I probably wouldn't just yet. Let's see if they could work it out a little bit. If you've got some margin of 6 or 7, I definitely would. Just to break that momentum and have a reset. But at the moment, I'd probably just let it flow just a little bit longer because you only get 1 per half, and you don't want to waste it just because you might need it coming into the half.
Absolutely. Mia Stower there just on the edge of the super shot zone.
So 9-5. Margin is 4. Tigers with it now. Of course, this is the Courier Mail game. You need to have a subscription to be watching. $5 for a month or 15 for 3. Great value. They fire it across. Gaffer gets it.
There's a nice swing between them we caught there. Tash Robinson, footwork call.
She thought she got bumped in the head. She's given the noggin a bit of a rub. So seems to be a lot more contesting in the circle these days. Or is that just my imagination from up here?
Well, let's ask the coaches. They'll disagree. But the
nice intercept there.
Yeah, lovely. Oh, just sneaking offside.
I think the shoelace went offside.
I think the thing that we do see is just genuine physicality across all the leagues. Suncorp, Sapphire, the VNL, the whole lot.
All the way down, yeah.
But, whether or not it's good. One thing I do like about a Liz White coach team is that their defenders are actually the cleanest. Their feet are clean, they come around, they get their hands and not so much grabbing and all of this. But
I've noticed a bit of grabbing this year, so not as much as last year, but so I've noticed some of the teams are hanging on a little bit.
Yeah, a bit of arm hacking.
Yeah.
Not in my day, Millsy.
No, you were clean as.
Clean as.
That's why you're a diamond.
Didn't move fast enough to be close to the player to be grabbing them.
Oh yeah, no one ever hung on to me. No need. so.
Nice connection there between Stour and Holland. She finishes calmly under the post.
Shoots and scores. We're now out by 6, so it was 4-5 all.
Straight down the guts for the Tigers, which is lovely, but they have to reset again because there's no one on that third phase, which makes it tough. Maybe Somerville looks for somewhere else more comfortable, and Bakewell Doran. Thief in the night.
Call the cops. So she does that game in, game out. So
shout out to the Nissan Arena Cafe and to our good friend Prue, just deliver some coffee up to the commentary box.
I haven't had a tea yet today. I've got a cracking headache, so this will be great.
There we go again. There's no problem getting that second phase entry into the attacking third for the Tigers. It's just what they do from the circle edge to get it in that's where it's breaking down. So they might need to look at how the goalers are setting up. In saying that, Amy receives a nice ball under the post and finishes it off for them. Takes the Tigers out to 6.
There's a Mizuno momentum shift with the goal to the Tigers, and Amy Somerville gets another one. She's been the lesser of the 2 shooters for the Tigers at the moment.
Sneaky change for Cougars there. Martina Rikas, our under-19 state team shooters, come into the Cougars front line.
The coolest shooter in the league. She looks so relaxed, that girl.
Mate. She's also a TikTok influencer. Follow her on the gram or whatever. That's how she makes her quid. Support the young talent.
Really?
Yeah.
So
she's kind of a big deal in the viral world.
There you go. Charlie Bell tells me she does that as well. It's bizarre.
No.
So,
where's the real jobs?
Where's the yellow pages these days? So the ball goes back to the Cougars. And Maddie Davies, the youngster from BNA, looks down. Eventually they find Stour just in super shot range. She shoots and scores.
Told you, disrespectful. Very nice from Mia Stour. That's what you want. And you need both goalers to have that kind of confidence in front. Lovely little cut off on the baseline there by Remy Camo, forcing Tigers again. 2 or 3 passes in. Tash Robinson's up for the challenge. Here she goes, takes the same spot. Lovely.
Lovely shot. She's come into the team 3 weeks ago and has looked like she belongs.
Absolutely. We started to see a lot more of her at the end of last season, and then she's been down in Ruby. But it's nice to see her back up here and standing up to the challenge.
So Abigail Latu-Mia found not available today, so they brought in Tiara Baldwin as well. So they got some shooting power there in the front end for the Tigers. 14-8. Tigers with it at the moment. Need to answer here.
Everybody running away at the moment. Coach Burns will be saying, where's the second driver? Where's the penetrating moves, please?
So Robinson comes out, fires right across the circle, risky pass.
But follows it up with a nice baseline drive. Oh gosh, here we go.
A couple of passes too many there, Devolver.
Bit of high risk play. Feels like I'm watching the Firebirds. But we got that. But you know, here we go. Cougars with the ball on their assault down. They've got to organise themselves as well. That change in goaler makes a bit of a change in style as well. So you've got to adjust quickly in these rolling subs. And Martina Rica's no problem, she says. Did you get that photo? She says.
I whacked it on the, what do you call it? The gram.
On the gram.
On the gram.
Oh, to the circle edge, Maddie Davies, absolute clinical centre pass. Pow, pow, pow.
Looked like a set play. It was done with absolute precision. I
think you find that on page 45 of the Foundation Coaching Manual.
There you go. You're all over that. Stour rips in a tough one, finds Rikas, who makes no mistake on the shot. The quick, lovely, high release.
I do love these child sisters. They're only young. They're under 19s, both of them. I think even Rihanna's under 17 still. But they're absolutely powerful athletes and just learning their craft. You know, they've got a nice combination. Once they start to understand a bit more around cutting off plays, having a crack at the ball.
You're a great defender yourself. I would say, and I might be completely wrong, defenders develop later in their career. You know what I mean? Like attacking.
There she goes. Wait, we just have to give a clapper in.
As you called.
Ree comes out for a big, nice cross-court intercept, but you're absolutely right.
Yeah, as
we may not be the smartest.
It's not what I meant. Oh, there's a shot for you. Amy Somerville. Again, snow on that one. So 16-10. She has a high arc on her shot.
Absolutely.
So
that's the thing about defending. You've got to figure out where everybody is, so it takes a little bit longer.
Yeah, that was a nice play. Just the last pass came unstuck.
Absolutely.
So that would have been great for the Tigers to go 2 in a row. They've got it back to 6. Margin's been as big as 7.
I think the other young Naomi Fitzpatrick enters the game for the Cougars onto the wing defence as well.
I believe Naomi is the older of the two sisters.
Oh, there we go.
It's my late mail.
That's why you're here.
Allegedly, with all the important facts.
Rikas rolls it in.
17-10. And the ball back with the Cougars now. They go backwards on this one to Fitzpatrick, sorry.
Mercy Gardner with a nice strong drive into the pocket there. And then Moose drawing a penalty.
Super shot range, takes it.
Lovely.
If she ever does get into the Firebirds at full side, you have no worries about her taking a long shot.
You're going to see her in Suncorp Super Netball very soon, I'm sure.
Ah.
But I hope there's nobody from other states listening to this, because we'd like to keep her in Perps if we can.
It's getting tougher every year. Another new batch of super athletes comes through. Can't keep them all, unfortunately.
Nice connection there. Remy Camo on the rebound and then just tapping into a defensive partner under the post. There's the little fine details that count, Millsy. And here we go, Cougars bringing the ball down court again. So strong options.
Rika's turn. She gets it halfway in, steps in a little closer and shoots, but misses.
Do you remember back in the CBT days, Millsy, when they tried that rule where you could walk the ball in 4 steps or something from a penalty?
Exactly. You could.
I feel like Martina just did that already.
So, yeah, it wasn't the best rule, but tried a few things back in the day. Oh, Rikas pulls that one in, second chance. Long shot here.
Cheeky.
Swish.
Oh, very mindful of the time.
Right on the buzzer.
Lovely.
Well, the Cougars, just like that, have scored 20-10 first quarter. They've run away with that one. And we'll be back in the second quarter when we come back briefly from our sponsors.
It's a real local operation here at Franklin. That's why we've been around so long. A lot of our staff have been here for 20, 25 years. We make so many things ourselves so we can really look after you in price. Steve makes awnings, Ray makes roller blinds, Lockie makes security screens, Nick measures and quotes. Is that everything? And Kevin makes tea. Frankly, only Franklin will do.
There we go.
Welcome back. Game 2 of 3 that we're covering today in the HART Sapphire Series for 2021. It is round 10. We're getting to the business end of the competition. Only 4 more rounds until we hit semi-finals. Today, the undefeated Cougars, 9-0, taking on the Carina Lease Club Tigers, sitting in 6th place on the ladder, desperate for a win. Half-time score, it's all Cougars, 20-10. My name's Dave Mills, joined in commentary by Demelza Fellows. Demelza, you've got the stats there in front of you. What does it tell you?
Mate, what it says is that the ball for the Tigers needs to get into the circle. At the moment, there's not much in it when it comes to actually circle entry conversion for those playing at home. On your centre passes, you get the ball down, or when you get a gain, once it's in, both teams, they're accurate, they can get it through. But the big difference for me at the moment, Millsy, is centre pass conversion rate for the Tigers at 60%, but their circle entry conversion at 91%. So they're only getting, and the Cougars have got 21 shots up, and we've only got 12 down here at the Tigers. So we need the volume into the circle for the Tigers to start pinching this lead back, because once they get it in there, they're getting it in. It just must be between the centre pass to the top of the circle problem.
Indeed it is. And look at those shooting stats there for the Cougars. 8 from 9 for Holland, 7 from 7 for Stour, 5 from 5 for Rikas. So they are 20 out of 21.
Yeah.
That is impressive.
Hot hands down there in the circle. An absolute headache for the Childs girls, but the Tigers just have to concentrate on those 1 or 2 things. So if at the moment we can see centre pass conversion rate is at 60%, I'd be going out there if I was Erin Burns and saying, girls, let's just score it of our own, get some clarity as the ball enters the circle there, and we'll worry about the rest after.
Don't forget our major principal sponsor is HART Sports. They've been with us for a few years now, and we hope that continues in the coming years. Legassic Jewelers, Mizuno, Mount Franklin and Powerade are our major partners, and official partners are Bondi Vite and Strap It, the best tape company in the world. Broadcaster is Double Take Sports, and Gina and the team bring us the pictures every week, and we thank them for their continued support. Any changes you can see there, Demelza? Second quarter coming up?
At the moment, looks Alice Malga's gone down to wing defence for the Tigers, with Ali McLeod, I think, gone into the centre.
There's a little switch there. McLeod, of course, played for the Cougars last year in their championship side. Now she's with the Tigers. And a lovely shot there from Somerville.
But Cougars have stayed the same, with Martina Rikas still back out there at goal shooter.
Earlier in the season, they were regulating the minutes that Holland was playing due to a tendonitis in the knee. So she's probably had to play a little bit more in recent weeks. So maybe this is a game where they can sort of rest her a little bit now that they've got Rikas back, because she was injured as well for a week or 2.
That's right. They were monitoring Martina's knee after a hyperextension in Townsville, and as she's leading into the national champs, Liz, despite herself, allowed Martina to have a little bit of a rest, and that put some extra load on Riley. So,
miscommunication there, went to no one. So
that'll be 4 sprints at training on Tuesday. That
will be noted. So Tigers, it's with them now. They get a chance to bounce back here. It's 2-1 this quarter thus far in favour of Cougars.
Nice ball speed there from Amy Somerville, and a good strong drive onto it from Tash, but it's got to turn to post.
So Somerville with it, she'll shoot. Oh, slipped off the back of the hand, that one, didn't it? And a little bit short on the shot.
She'll be disappointed
with it now.
Something I really enjoy about Amy Somerville in the league, as we know, she's been a Firebird, she's played at the top level, and she brings it. She brings that to every match for the Tigers. She brings it to training. So she continues to drive that professionalism and those standards, and that's what the girls need. The young ones need to see models and behaviour that is what it takes to actually keep growing yourself at this level.
Absolutely. She, like I say, we played them on Thursday night, and she was playing in the last minute as hard as she played the first, and we played like 6 periods of time, so she was going just as hard. And that is a great example. She was leading as the captain of the side.
Nice little touch there from Madison Davies. Cheeky little wing attack on the line. Always a bonus.
How good was that transition? The interplay between the mid-quarters was beautiful to watch. And Stour from the super shot range. Boom shagalaga.
Want to see Rhian Lee Childs up there having some variety over the shot. There's got to be a way you can disrupt Mia Stour. There's got to be a way.
Many have tried. Apparently it happens at Firebirds. No one can disrupt her there by what you're saying.
No, she's cheeky everywhere. Her and Riley Bachelor just refuse to be respectful.
Fair call.
And so does Martina Rikas by the looks of it.
I tell you what, it's a fair 19 shooting end. I had Riley Bachelor on the combox last week, and the 4 shooters they got for the 19s are all brilliant.
Yeah, well, so. At the moment it looks like a really strong side on paper. We have had a little bit of an injury disruption with obviously Madison Ridley having her knee go, but it's exciting opportunities for this team. And yeah, that shooting circle, Chloe Bingham, Martina.
Yeah.
Lily Covey.
Covey.
What do you do?
Yeah.
How do you pick how does Simone Nalatu pick the team every day?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's a horrible problem to have.
Yeah.
So,
Nice connection there between the shooters for the Tigers. Somerville to Tash Robinson again on the baseline. It's her slippery little move down there, and she sinks it for the team.
so Cougars with it now. They lead 25-12. We've played just on 3.5 in the second quarter. So they are in a hurry today, the Cougars. Look at that take from Stour, one hand. Oh, and then clashes into, I think that was it Morgan she ran into?
No, she ran into Charles.
Oh.
Oh, well, it was actually just a quite a nice block, but it looked ugly.
She has that left knee strapped. I don't know the extent of why she has it strapped or anything. There's been a timeout called.
Yeah.
Stour looks like she's going towards the bench.
No, a bit of
towel.
Bit of towel.
Bringing out the sponge.
What I'd like to see more of from the Tigers is when they actually come off and have a crack at the ball, and rather than getting into the wrestle, they win it, and they need a few turnovers to peg this back at the moment. They can't rely on the Cougars making mistakes because it's just not going to happen.
So, yeah,
they've got to create some joy.
They've got to earn the win rather than just steal it. So,
yeah.
So McLeod with it now. She gets us going again through Tash Robinson, been impressive today. McLeod fires it down, and Somerville just keeps it in. No, she didn't. It bounced out.
Dole.
Indeed, Dole. So, do you see a day where the Super Shot will come into this level of competition?
No, because I'm for the defenders.
Fair enough. Well, that's a very honest answer.
What I would like to see, the whole point of the Super Shot was obviously to bring back that mobile forward line.
Yep.
So I think what we've done, in actual fact, we've got our University of Queensland interns who are our statistical gurus for the HART Sapphire series, and they've done some mapping on the shooting spaces in the circle for the Sapphire League, and we're actually quite balanced across the whole circle.
I think we've got a timeout here by the Tigers. We're going to listen in, see what Coach Barons has to say, sorry.
That's not really happening. We're just looking for the ball and we're getting pushed right. We need to do the prelim first so that we can go direct to the ball rather than go out wide. And it's not clear if it's free, right? People aren't throwing the ball, they're not giving the ball first ball because it's not clear. So we need to find the body, do the prelim and then come push. Okay, in defense, we've got to pick it up. Attack, if you lose that ball, you have got to get straight onto the lane to the right all the way down. It is coming down too easy. When we're getting into this third here, just over one, WA and the centre who are just doing those little double plays, you've got to contest that ball and then send the ball wide, and that's when the keeper comes out and has the ball. Alright? So we're looking for those lines.
So Erin Burns there. What did you make of that, D-Mac?
Well, I feel like what she's actually just looking for is for them to be clear and consistent in what they're looking for. Actually just take your drives on and not to get caught up in the wrestle. Take the body on and create space for yourself, because you're not going to outrun a Cougars defender. You're not going to be clean in the contest. You actually have to create the space for yourself.
So it's 7-2 since we've come back at quarter time in the first 4.5. So I guess that's why she's used the timeout to break the momentum. And Cougars 27-12 at the moment. They average nearly 70 a game, so this offense of theirs is very, very, very slick. So there's a good effort there. That's Elchild's got the hand in it.
It's just it's the lovely turn and release, and just know where your friend's going to be, and they just let it go, and they trust them to get there, and the person busts their butt to be there as well, you know. So that's important. Lots of leads, lots of options, good timing.
I think what people forget about this Cougar side, they've lost 4 players from the championship side last year, so that's an impressive effort. They've just brought 4 new people in, and
like the Melbourne Storm.
Yeah, I'm sure there's still something dodgy going on there.
Oh.
So the ball back with Somerville. She finds it just inside the super shot range and misses that one. Camo the rebound, and away they go again. Bakewell Dawn looks up, has to go back.
It's good pressure here in this space.
Look like they're playing a bit of a loose zone.
A little bit of a saggy type line.
Yeah, and that works.
Created an error. So that's awesome.
Ball falls over the sideline, and it'll be back in through the Tigers from about halfway. And away they go again. Look down, Mulga gets us going. Fires across McLeod, they've gone right across the other side. Now they come through the middle. Nice work by Somerville.
Oh, lucky. She was giving herself the balk, and I think she gave herself the whoopsies too then.
Might have slipped out, but the hand in there, they get the penalty back on the baseline. Not a lot of room to work, but Somerville does it. Fires up high, scores. That was a nice transition for the Tigers.
Amy Somerville's got that lovely big, tall, upside down J shot that's quite hard to get a hand over. when it can scare you for a bit.
It goes very, very high. It's a classic shot technique. Rika's, on the other hand, she's just as cool as a cucumber. Just turns and lets it go. So they fired it. Oh, no. That's untouched. I thought maybe Bakewell Doran had got a hand on it, but she didn't.
The good thing about Ruby, what she provides in it, and for the young defenders, aspiring defenders watching at home, even when she can't get there, she'll always actually have a hand or have a presence so that it can cause some disruption to the catcher.
Yeah. So
not in a dirty way, not in a physical contact way, but she'll actually just still stuff up by creating some kind of menace.
Yes.
So
Garner slips. Now she's back on her feet. They fire it across. Stour looks in. Nothing on. Has to go back. It's on this time. No, again. She goes back again. And it opens up nicely through Rika's, who just turns and scores another one there. Racing away with it here, the Cougars. They could be 40 by half time. They're currently 31-13. So you're going to have to put a body on some of the players, surely.
Yeah, absolutely. Or even just, I was just thinking about that last feed from Macy on the circle edge over to Martina. Reed Childs just had an opportunity to have a crack at the feed, right?
Yeah.
Just attack the ball and have a go, because like we said before, you're not going to outrun a Cougar. Even though it is a battle of the cats.
It is a battle of the cats, and the Cougars are winning it at the moment. Of course, head-to-head, Cougars 5-0 against the Tigers. They've never beaten them. So Cougars definitely have the wood over the Tigers at the moment in this competition. Last time they met was back on Anzac Day, round 2. We're up at Moray Field. Cougars 70, Tigers 41, and they are on track for that again today at the moment. Hopefully there can be some changes for the Tigers. 32-14. Robinson's gone to GA. Has played at GA. Would you make that change? Put Somerville at GA?
Well, I'm not sure that it's not there that it's missing up at the minute. I think that we're holding onto the ball too long on the circle edge and not just giving it when it's available. So
like that. So they found Somerville this time.
And draw some fakes in to see if you can bring a little bit of whistle in against those two defenders. Oh, a lovely shot from Amy. Well done.
Speaking of infringements, scaringly, Cougars have only had 6 infringements to 16 for the Tigers.
Yeah.
6 infringements in a quarter and a half. That's very, very impressive.
It's the regime. I'm telling you, Millsy, just about footwork, clean arms coming through, giving yourself body on the contest. As a product of Liz White myself, I'm sure that the messaging hasn't changed in 35 years, and that's why she creates classy players, is because there's the work that it takes to be clean. If you watch Remy Camo a couple of times around, her arms will be by her side as she comes around the body and come up late to the ball contest. And the same when you watch Viv, Viv's not on at the minute, but when you watch Viv Fitzpatrick as well.
Same thing.
The same sort of thing. It's what you see from the trailing defenders at the Tigers end. They've always got their hands out wide, holding, and then they go with their arms first and their body sloppy, whereas the chest is always up on the Cougars defenders. So there's just little fine details there that makes the difference, that brings the whistle in, whether it's right or wrong, but it just doesn't bring the whistle in.
Well, it keeps them clean, and they are the least infringed side in the competition at the moment. And everything you said goes proven to be true. And Tigers now with it through Summers. He's come out a long way. Has to go all the way back to the mid-third. Just playing a bit of a box zone at the moment, or Kiwi zone, whatever you want to call it. Eventually they find Somerville in super shot range. High, hits the back of the ring, falls to Camo. And Camo, beautiful body position there, blocked Somerville out.
Lovely block.
And away they go again. Already it's down there.
We need something in the Tigers to, even if it is just a cheeky contact in the middle of the court to stop this fast break, hey? Give the Tigers ends a bit of a chance to stem some flow. But
it's flowing like a tap at the moment, 35-16, and we've got a substitution here. It looks like Tash Robinson's coming off. No, just the straight. No, she is coming off. So we need a shooter. I guess that'll be Tiata Baldwin. So Somerville to GA.
And Maddie Cooley on at goalkeeper.
Yes.
For Lynette Childs.
Making some changes.
In comes T.
T, great presence in the circle. Might be an easier target for them. Make Camo work a little harder. Ball back to the Cougars though, and Somerville.
Nicely stolen. Oh, denied.
I didn't hear a whistle. I think she just dropped that thinking she was going to be called. She might have given that up too easily.
I'm not sure. We've got the under-12 Metropolitan or Southeast Queensland State Championships or something going on around us at the moment. There's whistles here, there and everywhere.
There's a lot of people in the building, a lot of people sticking around and watching this one, which is great. So there's T. She's got it now. Looks in. Gets it back.
Nice big hold.
She's got a great shot. Oh, that one just slipped out of the hand. So, and down they go again. They're halfway already.
Oh, lovely work. Roll out, open and intercept straight out of a training drill. That was beautiful by Alice Nonga.
So, great defensive effort there.
And we want to see it finished.
Fortunately, they throw it away.
What a shame. They'll be disappointed in that, just like we were, Millsy.
That was really nice play, wasn't it?
Absolutely lovely play.
So, the Ball Girls, of course, coming from the Meteors Netball Club at Redlands.
Shout out to you guys down in the Bay.
Doing it well.
Or in the Shire, as they say.
One of my clients actually in the Meteors, so hello to my friends at Meteors.
Thank you, and we look forward to presentation day.
I'll see you in about 4 weeks with some new trophies. So the ball back with the Tigers now. No, it's not. Still with the Cougars outside of the circle. Might be a penalty pass or shot. It is.
See if we're going to get the heels in the circle and shot up by Stour. No, she goes to her friend.
Took the easier option and a very successful one. 37-16, margin 21. We've still got 3 to play in the second quarter. And
now what we need out of this young Tigers side is the ability to stay calm and stand up. Just keep taking some risks, having a crack, and then in attack being clinical with the ball.
So that's indeed what they need to do. It's easier said than done.
I know, I'm in the cheap seats.
Stour misses one uncharacteristically. She's bombed a few in from there today. But Rikas gets the board and puts it back. 38-16.
Jada Gaffer back on at wing attack for the Tigers. Or has she been there the whole time?
Yes, she has been there the whole time.
Oh.
So
Mustn't have noticed her
she
for a while.
might have rolled out. I'm not sure. These rolling subs do my head in. So that was interesting. I haven't coached under those conditions before last weekend, and just people coming and going, oh, it's terrible. So, but yeah, it took me a game and a bit to work it out.
And you don't have the champion data guide to do all your stats for you.
So after the first game, I rang Gary Pash and said I need help. So, because he's worked with it before, and we got it right for the second and third games. 40-16, 2:11 to play. We thought they might get 40, and they have. And Bakewell Doran wants a few more before the half.
Tipping game from Ruby there. That's lovely follow-up on that touch. Amy Somerville will be disappointed with that just fade-away angle that she gave to the ball there that allowed Ruby to come through on it. Here we go, Cougars again. Building up. Oh,
Rikas turns, looks in, not on. Goes back out. She wants it, but they can't connect.
Nice. Oh, nearly the error fought. Maddie Cooley would have thought she did everything right to get it over the baseline.
She did, but Maddie Davies was there to clean it up. 41-16, it's been all Cougars. They're pulling away late in this half. If that's even possible, they'll probably put the foot down a little bit more in the latter stages of this half. Oh, Morga has a hand in there, not counted.
She doesn't give up that one. She's always in on the contest and giving things a go. She's an exciting young prospect for us, and someone we'll definitely be looking at, I imagine, after the National Championships, leading into the Australian National Championships and the Queensland Sapphires team later on in the year.
So when is that exactly? I've heard of it, but I haven't seen dates or anything like that. Is it locked in yet?
Yeah. So the formerly known as the DU ANL, the Deakin University ANL. Now it's the Australian National Championships. It's going to be held in Traralgon, Victoria.
Where is that?
It's down. I know, mate. Don't worry. It's effectively a couple of hours out of Melbourne, down towards Morwell and the Gippsland sort of vibe, I think.
Right.
We played the Firebirds played a pre-season match down there against Collingwood. It's kind of one of Collingwood's. The Collingwood Magpies catchment area. It's in the Latrobe Council region or something.
There you go.
Anyway, it's from the 13th to 19th of September in a tournament format. 10 teams. So the 8 states plus the Sunshine Coast Lightning and the Magpies and the Giants and all sorts. Yeah, so it'll be a really excellent tournament. We're in Pool B.
Pool B.
And the Queensland Sapphire side, we're just recruiting the head coach at the moment. The team will be picked out of the Sapphire series. Looking to come together towards the end of July, preparation in August to smash it out in September.
Well, good luck to them when it's all announced. And that is half time. A scarily margin of 25. Cougars 42. Tigers, Carina League Clubs, Tigers 17. Demelza, it was all Cougars in the first half. What did you make of that one?
Yeah, absolutely. I think the Cougars are just putting on a clinical display of exactly what they are: routine, drilled, free-flowing netballers, and then they create opportunities for them with the way that they wear you down in defence. For the Tigers, I think it's been just a little bit frozen. We saw in the first quarter that they had plenty of opportunity and just couldn't actually get it into the circle. Now this time I think we saw a lot more breakdown across the court. Only 4 gains, so more defensive effort required from them for sure.
So at halftime in the Courier Mail, match the round, Queen League Club Tigers 17, Cougars 42. They've got it all to do. The Tigers in the second half will come back after these messages from our sponsors.
Did you know that majority of netballers aren't wearing the appropriate shoes on court? Running shoes or generic trainers don't provide the grip and support for the quick, dynamic movements needed in a game. It's time to make the swap with Mizuno.
Welcome back, HART Sapphire Series 2021. We're at round 10, just 4 more rounds to go before we go to semi-finals. And we are here today for Game 2 coming from Nissan Arena. It is the Cougars 9-0 taking on the Queen League Club Tigers. They're defending their undefeated start to the season, and they're doing it well at the moment. Cougars 42, Tigers 17. My name's Dave Mills, joined in commentary by former Diamond and coaching legend guru now, Demelza Fellows. Demelza, it's all Cougars at the moment, isn't it?
It absolutely is, and it's exactly what you expect. They're the league leaders. They've been almost untouchable this season so far, and the Tigers have really been struggling across the year to get into second, third and fourth gear, and we're seeing that again today. There's some real potential. There's some lovely stuff that goes out there, but it just falls off in a little. They can't hold it for more than 2 or 3 plays in a row. So, yeah, they've got a lot to do.
Young side, isn't it? You can't get that consistency for 60 minutes.
Yeah, absolutely. And they started off the year with Abby Latumiafau in the front, Shelley Rosenoff in the defence end, and they've had a few things come and go, some injuries and things like this. So now that they're having to have this really rookie young side, and it takes time. They've got a lot of heart. We're seeing Alice Mauga still crack on. Ree Childs is still cracking on. Amy Somerville's presenting, and hopefully we'll see more in this second half.
Of course, Latu Miafau not available today, and Shelley Rosenoff still got a problem with her Achilles, so she's hopefully back next week. She's been going to the physio regularly, and she's hopefully back next week for the Tigers. Don't forget, we've got another game at 2 p.m. today, so we'll be on air just before 2 p.m. About 5 to 2 we go on air. It's the USC Thunder trying to climb back into the 4, taking on the Wildcats, who are desperate for a win as well. Wildcats really need to start winning if they want to make the semis, so that game really shapes up as a good one. If you want to get your backside courtside, get on to sapphireseries.com.au, get a ticket. It's a ticketed venue, and don't forget we are a cashless venue, so if you want to buy a drink or something here, you must bring a card or a phone. No cash taken at this premises due to COVID. Thanks again to our sponsors, HART Sports, the principal sponsor, Legassic Jewelers, Mizuno, Mount Franklin, which I've just had a swig of, and Powerade. They are our major partners. Official partners are Bondi Vite and Strap It, pitches by Double Take Sport.
Just want to talk a little bit about that, Millsy, around the growth of the league.
Yes.
And this year again, the crowds are increasing, and people are really genuinely starting to get behind their local clubs, their communities. So we want to keep building the tribe with these Sapphire Series clubs. Think about when you're out and you're going to watch your beloved Wynnum Manly Leagues Seagulls, or you're out at the Redcliffe Dolphins. These are the kind of vibes that we want you to start to feel towards our HART Sapphire Series teams. Come down to Nissan Arena, get behind your sides, keep tuning in online. And
numbers have been huge.
Absolutely. We've seen so much growth. It's been fantastic. And we want these players to start to understand and continue to grow and realise their dream and potential in the HART Sapphire Series court.
It's people forget it's only a 3-year league. You know, it was called other things previously, but this is the first time we've had these franchises the way it is, and we've got a new franchise this year in QUT. So that's you know, we've got 8 now, which is a perfect number almost. You know, I'm sure there'll be some expansion in the future, but 8's perfect right now, isn't it?
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
And while the talent continues to grow, we've got a relatively young league,
Yep.
heaps of our 19s and 17s in it. So it's got some real longevity. People knocking on the door, other clubs, franchises, teams wanting to get in, and internationals as well. So there's so much opportunity and growth in the league. We want it to keep going. We want the girls to continue to push for their potential. And who knows, this might be the destination of choice over the SSN one day.
That is a big call. That is a massive.
Where else
call.
would you be but Queensland?
Oh, well, we had the SSN last year. It's the only place you could have it. So let's be honest, that filthy disease was everywhere else but in Queensland. So yes, indeedy. So there's rumours that maybe Fiji are getting involved. Is that just a rumour I'm hearing around the traps?
Well,
or
absolutely.
You got any news on that?
We've just kicked off the Pacific Ausport partnership that we have in alliance with Netball Australia and DFAT. The 2 Fijian athletes that we brought in for this year into the Northern Rays, they just got out of quarantine on Friday.
Excellent.
Vicky Wilson had them on the court here before the Rays game, putting them through their paces.
Brilliant.
And so we'll see more of that over the next 2 years with, ultimately, I think if the ScoMo and the Australian government had their choice, it'd be straight away, but a Pacific Island team in the Sapphire Series would be fantastic.
So third quarter gets underway, second half, and looks like we've got a change at centre for the Cougars.
Losa Numata enters the game.
Come on at centre.
Our Queensland 17 and under stateside captain.
She is indeed. Got announced yesterday, I believe, so that's pretty exciting for her. That's exciting what you're saying about with the Fiji connection. I look forward to seeing more of that.
I look forward to taking it to the road with you, Millsy, and commentating live from Suva.
Oh, I'm there. My bag is packed always. so they go long. Stour with it again, 43-17. It's all Cougars at the moment, and let's see how the Tigers respond after the halftime chat. So looks like that's the only change that I can see, unless you can see something I can't.
Jada Gaffer into centre. Did you already give that one?
I think we did that one just before half time, wasn't it?
Right.
Oh, no, she was at wing attack. She has gone to centre. McLeod gone to... Is McLeod out there?
Yep.
No.
Who's
No,
that?
McLeod's not out there.
Gee, we're good at our jobs. Lily Gray.
That is Lily Gray. So it's just got to wait for her to turn around slightly so we can read the back of the shirt.
Yeah, because they both are, for those who wish to criticise, they're both little blondies.
Yes, they are similar. So
Here we go. Tigers with a nice build-up deep into that pocket over there with Lily Gray. Offload to resetting at the line. Amy Somerville trying to find something. Big target. Nice connection into Tiaza Baldwin, who rolls it in for the Tigers.
So Baldwin gets her first. She's 1 from 2. Shooting accuracy 88% for the Cougars, 72% for the Tigers. And I'll just read out those stats. Holland 8 from 9. We haven't seen her since the first quarter. Stour 13 from 14, and Arekas 24 from 28. 28 shots since he's been out there. She came on midway through the first.
What a ball hog.
It appears that way. Speaking of it, there she goes again. That's goal number 25 out of 29. That is super shooting. Amy Somerville is 9 from 14. Tash Robinson, 8 from 8. Just can't get enough volume, but the accuracy is definitely there.
Yeah, absolutely. And we saw that with the circle entry conversion versus centre pass conversion rate for the Tigers. It's been high. Plenty of ball, just not enough opportunity into the circle. And here's Amy with a lovely big high release shot. Slinking in.
Circle entry conversion, 96% for the Cougars and 76% for the Tigers at the moment. So ball back with the Arekas. Speaking of circle entries, I'll keep that 96% there on that shot. I don't mean to sound disrespectful, it's almost like a training run for the Cougars at the moment. They are just going through the motions so easily, aren't they?
Well, their motions are still at like peak intensity, but yeah, we want to say Tigers are still busting their butt out there, but it is a case of, we are 1 versus 6 on the ladder, right? So sometimes that reflects as well. Young side, working on little things. We're not sure what Erin Burns has given them as their key targets for this quarter, but let's just see how they continue to chip away at it as they go forward through this quarter number 3.
So Arekas this time, she'll have a shot. Hasn't shot for a little bit. You wouldn't know it. She gets it. Goal number 48 for the Cougars. They lead by 28. And Tigers through Gaffer get us going again.
There we go. Nice open up there on the other side by Lily Gray. Amy Somerville with a big drive in and across.
Unfortunately, the cross pass from T a little bit too far.
You know, sometimes on the floorboards there's those dead spot bounces that look like one of those. We'll blame that anyway.
Indeed. Hit the logo, maybe. We'll blame that. So, Numata looks down.
Macy Gardner into wing attack for Cougars.
I'd only seen, before the season, I'd only seen Macy on TV. She is an impressive player.
Isn't she a strong athlete?
Oh, absolutely.
With a huge engine. And she does not take a backward step, Millsy. You know you've played against Macy. She is hard and strong to the ball.
So,
she'll give you everything.
Starrell get another chance and scores 49.
Just recently turned 21 as well, and we've seen her around the courts obviously for a long time. It's part of the netball family here in Queensland, so it's good to see her getting some consistent court time and putting us at best foot forward to continue her career.
That'll help for when she wants to go further. So 50 to the Cougars. They lead it by 30, 50 to 20 at present. And the ball with the Tigers there, struggling to get off the centre pass at the moment. Somerville finds that she has gone to GA. We talked about that earlier.
Just a little bit lateral on the leads. So I feel like they need a bit more of that forward and back rather than the sideline to sideline for the Tigers.
Rika's off balance, still pulls it in, finds Stour following through.
Casual as you like, strolling in, Mia Stour still finishes it off.
So a bit of a smile there on screen. Stour looks down, they find Macy Gardner, who finds Rikas. And Rikas to Stour. It is just that quick. They've scored 3 in less than a minute.
I'd like to see probably a little bit more ferocity out of the Tigers at the moment in terms of talk to each other and connection. One thing is when you're having a crack like this and a team is really coming over the top of you, if you can go external and start to give energy to each other, then you might be able to lift and pull in some stuff. So we'd like to see a bit more voice and connection between the Tigers back here.
So another goal there, 53 now. I'll tell you what, Tamels, it's getting quite noisy. The little attackers are cheering loudly. Their parents and that is
must be finals time.
Yeah, the schoolgirls netball. And Rikas again. This time she steps in, gets goal number 54, and that is goal 28 out of 32 for her.
It's amazing what you see down at Nissan Arena sometimes, Milsey, as we see a tactical timeout here called.
Well, it's 12-7 in the first. What's that? 7 minutes of this quarter, so 6.5 actually. So 12-7 run at the moment for the Cougars, and the coach is calling a timeout.
While we look around Nissan Arena, is the camera going in there? We'll hear what Aaron Burns has to say. Coach Burns trying to get some spark out of her team, but even a little bit despondent herself. I think it's not easy to look at the scoreboard with a 34-goal deficit and genuinely get some passion.
It was more a motivational type chat rather than anything technical, wasn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Bit of cut and drive, but mostly she's saying, can you just show me that you want this?
Yeah, I made a mistake before. Mass is terrible. It's actually 12-3 this run since half-time. So yeah, I can see why she's called the timeout. Burnt that one early in the third. So a 12-3 run, Cougars, and they're just going through the motions at the moment. They're not. This is what I say every week. There's nothing spectacular about what they're doing. They are just doing everything perfectly at the moment.
Like I said, page 45 of the manual, mate.
Gotta get that manual. Sounds pretty good.
After last night, so do I.
Sounds like a really good manual.
Yeah.
so it's back with the Tigers now. Let's see what they can do. Come out of the timeout. And Cougars with it. They need a stop here. Arms up high. Falls to Rikas.
Just hanging on there, Rechilds needs to move her feet and get up to that.
So we've got Ella Childs at keeper, Rechilds at goal defence.
And in the Tigers, a whole lot of Childs. Here till Tuesday, guys.
Try the veal. So it's very good. Should do a show in Vegas. So 55-20.
Interesting fact for the data and science nerds out there. We, across the league, have been utilising the Firebirds sports science team to put some accelerometer data units in the teams across the way.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. What is
accelerometer? So they're little GPS units that you put in the back of your dress, and it measures how far you run, how fast, how many accelerations, how many jumps, all
like
this
a
sort
black
of
strap
stuff.
type thing. Yeah.
Well, there's the strap that does your heart rate, but this also just tracks you like a little buzzer.
Nice.
And so we've put it across the league, and we were reading the Cougars data the other day, and particularly around some of their athletes, and just to talk to you around how their discipline is about continuing to push forward and why they can blow scores out like this, is that all of the girls across their team, particularly Ruby Bakewell-Doran, Macy, Viv Fitzpatrick, there's an intensity level at the league. So say for the conversation, it's a 9.3.
Yep.
Those girls are always hitting 9s to 11s.
Yep.
Whereas some of the other clubs and teams around 6s and 7s.
Gotcha.
So they're just work rate. Regardless of this, you will still see them all spiking well and truly above. And that's intrinsic motivation to keep coming at your best, right?
Yep.
Not taking
Absolutely.
the foot off the pedal. So it's been cool to be able to see where the Sapphire Series sits in comparison to SSN. We're still a way to go, but we're improving, and particularly this benchmark side, the Cougars.
So would you say that that's a fitness thing? Like the fitter sides are the ones that have the higher reading as you
Or capacity for repeat,
Yep.
absolutely.
Yep.
Like you might hit 1 or 2 if you're not that fit. So there's definitely that. But there's also about the game model and then how the players themselves are actually working, the work rate. So you could float along and have the capacity and the skill level, but not actually drive yourself. But I was just so pleased I pulled the report open, particularly Ruby Bakewell-Doran, who, as we know, is the Firebirds training partner.
Yep.
She keeps her consistent levels well and truly above. She's busting her butt. Rain, hail or shine, 60 minutes.
And then with all that data, obviously she's one of the Firebirds athletes, so you obviously got an interest in her. Do you then give the team data back to the individual franchises and then they work with it, the coaches work with it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, excellent.
To say, hey guys, here's where you're tracking and here's where your girls are. Are you where you think, and are you training right? Have you got your game model right? Are you motivating the players, or are they motivating themselves to actually get the best out of it?
It's the sort of stuff we don't have any of that in the men's. You know what I mean? It's all done by sites, and we don't have any funding.
By vibe.
Pretty much by vibe. Yeah, we can tell who's pulled their finger out and who hasn't. So that's basically how we use it.
We've managed to do this on the cheap by sort of trucking off the back of the Firebird stuff, and it's been really invaluable because this is our nursery, right? This is our picking ground, as Martina Rikas does a lovely, nice upright shot. Easy as you like. Sitting on the precipice of 60 goals, the Cougars.
So 5 to play. It's 59-22. Maths tells me that's 37 the margin. Here comes goal 60, I feel. Oh, no, I talked so soon. She misses Rikas, but gets her own rebound. There's goal 60. We've still got 5 to play in the third. They're on track for 70 plus. Remember, they average 70 per game at the moment, the Cougars. And this 9-0 record looks like it could extend to 10. It's been an incredible start to the season. Only lost 2 games last year as well.
Tash Robertson back in on the Tigers lineup down in goal shooter. So Coach Aaron Burns there, hopefully maybe trying to stimulate a little bit of a mobile circle, bit of rotation.
Well, she had plenty of movement at the start, and she was 8 from 8, I think, when she came off. From the statistics, she's now 10 from 10, so she's doing well. They've just got to get the volume up to her.
Yeah, get the ball in. Feed the ball in.
Yes, indeed.
What's the secret?
Again, we know the answers, we just don't have the solutions. It's easy up here.
All care, no responsibility.
They say those that can play, those that can't coach, and those that really can't commentate.
That's really nice hitting of the circle edge there by Lily Gray, and I'll attest to that. So, I wouldn't coach for quids.
So, ball swings across. It's back with the Tigers. Somerville will get it. She's in super shot range. Refeeds. It's just a bit loose there at the moment.
And she finishes off. She says, enough of this.
I'm just turning and shooting, and gets it.
Got the patch on the chest, off you go.
61-24. And
nice work there. Maddie Cooley just putting her hand in the ring.
Gets a second crack. I believe she's already played Ruby today. So, and now we find the Cougars turn it over again. Umata has looked good since she's come on, except for that pass.
Rare error. But you'll forgive her, she's 16 years old.
I know. It's a factory over there. So Down they go, this time with the Tigers. This is a nice play. They're looking good here. Nice work by Gray. Robinson comes out.
There's that mobility. Dodge, and open. The worst thing to happen to you.
And
Very
there's a goal
nice.
to the Tigers. That was great transition. Just need to see that another 40 times. And they'll be back in this one. That was very impressive. So this is what we say about the Tigers. They show you glimpses like that.
Yeah.
And they look like a title contender.
Absolutely.
And then there's other times, not so much. So, again, fake pass here. Oh, brilliant.
Very nice draw there from Tash. And also a nice, Remy Camo giving one for the road.
So, gets the rebound.
Those goalers probably deserve the whistle there. I reckon that's the first time in my life I've ever said that sentence.
Who are you?
I know.
You've turned.
My coffee must have done something to me.
Go to the forwards, you come back all soft. So 61-25.
Oh, no.
And Rikas just barges through the two and shoots long and scores. This is probably as good a game as I've seen Rikas play.
It's really nice. Simple timing and then calm and release.
Could be a situation where Holland doesn't even come back on today.
No need.
If they're measuring her minutes. So you're right, there is no need. Looking after that knee. Oh.
Very nice little jump shot layer rising there from Martina Rikas. It's also really good for her to get some condition back. You know, she had a couple of weeks off court. We are heading into the national champs. We want to see her firing on all cylinders. So,
is it true you're going to Tasmania?
Tasmania,
in
mate.
July?
Hobart.
In July?
The thriving metropolis of Hobart. Yeah. In the middle of July. Where else would you want to be with 16 pairs of socks?
You'll be having snow fights with that chilly down there. Nice. 63 to 26. So, I mean, I'm not saying it shouldn't be in Tasmania, but at least pick November or something. So, they go long.
I'll put it forward as in the suggestion box.
So,
not much you can do there with a nice inside hold from Martina Rikas. Maddie Cooley trying to come around, but Martina's too strong. We'll see what the Tigers can build up here.
We're inside the last minute of the third quarter, the championship quarter, and the Cougars have pushed even further in front.
I have been impressed by Lily Gray's entry into the game. She's working really hard, 2 and 3 efforts, not getting caught too much on the long drives in there. Look at that, a nice fake and then finding a goal attack on the baseline. So she's been a nice touch.
Remember, it was 42-17 at half-time, so Tigers have scored 10. And this is goal number 23 to the Cougars for the quarter. So, and they have been very consistent. They scored 20 in the first, 22 in the second, 23 so far in the third. So if anything, they're building a little stronger as the game goes on.
I'm quite liking this this mobile front line in the circle here with the way that Tash Robinson's doing some drawing, getting Remy Camo busy, leaving Amy with it.
They started like this, but Amy was back at shooter.
Yeah.
So maybe if they started the other way around, perhaps, they would have got some more chance.
Maddie Cooley with a nice intercept to finish the game finish the quarter for the Tigers.
So Cougars run away with it, 23-11 in that one. They lead 65-28, and it's all Cougars at the moment, and they look like that undefeated record will continue. Of course, we will continue. There's no advertisement in this one, so what do you make of your thoughts there?
Well,
the last part was better for the Tigers.
Yeah, I
think probably 5 minutes.
Absolutely, they're freeing up. And then, did I put the commentator's curse on the Cougars and they've taken the foot off the pedal? I'm not really sure. But I do think the secret there has been Lily Gray. Her change of direction. First effort, she's getting depth on the second phase. Then she's coming back up out of it, taking the defenders away into the pocket so that... And then with Tash and Amy circling the circle, they've got some more baseline drives happening. So... it might be the freedom that they've needed, and we can see some real positive out of this final quarter. You can still get a couple of bonus points, right? So,
indeed,
win the fourth.
Well, the bonus points are important. Like if you're fighting for fourth place, you want to be looking at bonus points. At the moment, the Tigers came into this one on 47 points. USC Thunder in fifth on 71. So any point they can get now will be vital, as we've got 4 rounds left after this one. Don't forget, we've got another game coming up at 2 o'clock. We go on air 5-2. USC Thunder, the 5th place USC Thunder, trying to fight back into the 4. They're taking on the Wildcats from just before 2. Earlier today, we saw the USQ Jets 67 over the Mendy Rays 27. And last night, down on the coast, we were at Talabudgera, and QT Netball 54 took care of the Bombit Bull Sharks 33. Next week, we have an absolute plethora of netball. It's all on the Saturday. we're calling it Super Duper Saturday. We start at 1 p.m. It's Cougars versus Thunder. That will be sort of first place versus fourth or fifth. That should be a belter. Wildcats at 3. They are taking on the Bond Bull Sharks. That'll be a great match as well. Tigers will be taking on the Mendy Rays. And the big one, the Courier Mail match of the round, is at 7. And it's USQ Jets and QUT Netball. I'd say that will be second versus third. So Jets will, with their win today, have climbed back into second. QUT just behind them in third. That is the Courier Mail match of the round. If you want to get your backside courtside, and we want you to, get on to sapphireseries.com.au, get your tickets through there, and you can watch all the other matches on the Facebook page or the YouTube channel, except the very last one. The 7 o'clock round is the Courier Mail match of the round. You must go to their platform. $5 subscription. That is a crackerjack weekend next Saturday.
It's huge. Think about, the sevens or a day out at the one day or the 2020 Big Bash. Come down here to Nissan Arena, get on the beers.
And the Firebird, well, you could, yeah. And the Firebirds are on a bye next week because it's a split round, isn't it? They don't
yes,
play next week.
Absolutely.
So if you want your netty fix, get your backside courtside to Nissan Arena, all 4 games, back to back to back to back. Hopefully I'm here for some of them. I really want to do that last one if anyone's listening, the roster clerk. So I'd love to do that last one.
I might know some people.
Oh, you're good. Well done. So
here we go.
The last quarter underway, and we start with the Tigers. Well, let's see if they can win the quarter. 65-28 at the moment.
Tigers have kept their line fairly straight. Fitzpatrick's back on for the Cougars.
So Robinson about to take a 12 shot. She's 11 straight at the moment. That's 12 straight. So we've set it all match. Just need to get her some volume.
Yeah, accuracy is not a problem in this league.
So actually, there's no bad shooters. So Stow with it now. And has there been a change there? It looks like... No.
Still on one.
We've got a Fitzpatrick at...
Yeah.
At WD, I believe. Viv has gone back to the WD spot. And ball back with Tigers. 1-1 this quarter. The game is probably definitely gone. Let's see if I can get something out of it.
Don't give up hope.
I'm the eternal
Miracles can occur.
You are the eternal optimist. So
there we go. I just want to see chuck a feed in. Hope
there we go. Robinson yet to miss a shot. Oh, passes off. Finds Somerville beautifully positioned. And impressive start to the Tigers. They lead the quarter 2-1.
Absolutely. That's what we need. Just chip away at the small things. Have your redo your benchmarks to still feel like there's a win to be had.
And Breakers just in super shot range. Fires long. Misses uncharacteristically, but somehow it falls away of the Tigers. Brilliant work there.
Nice streaming down court there by Rihanna Childs. Want to go forward.
Tigers with some new energy. They bring it down now through Gray. You're right. It's a different side when Gray's been out there at wing attack.
Jada Gaffer just made 16 moves to be ignored every time and then kind of got stuck in the middle because nobody used her. So, poor thing. Here we go. Cougars capitalising off a spill over the baseline. And they come streaming down court. Just a little bit too easy, unfortunately. We'll see what they can happen.
So, back with... Ooh, contact call here on the noggin. Looks like Ree-Childs just clipped the ponytail there.
Not the hair.
Oh, no. That'll not look good on the TikTok. 67-31. So 30, sorry. Ball back with Tigers now. They're just struggling to get off that centre line.
Here we go. We've got to give it. There we are. We just have to give the ball. Nice cut and drive there from Jada Gaffer. And home alone. Home
alone under the post. Somerville gets another one. So they're playing better now, the Tigers. Let's see if they can put 15 minutes together in this one. As there's thousands of people around us. There's presentation time in the primary school's netball comp.
Lift your game with the jokes then, Millsy. We've got an audience. Oh, nice pop forward there from Mia Stower. Long straight shot and in.
Nothing but
shooting
net.
card. Shooting card.
Didn't even look like it was ever going to miss. We're 3-all in this one. And back with Gray. And it is called.
Those little buggers. When it's not your day, hey? Those things are the ones that fall.
Yeah, indeed.
Nice little hustle there in the circle between Martina and Rihanna.
So Rika looks long, shoots, and gets another goal for her. That's her 40th. 40 from 46. Will she crack the 50? That's the big question.
Bit of whistle coming into this quarter as well, so we'd like to see the Tigers maintain discipline so that they don't lose... drop their heads in the last few minutes of the match. Oh, a nice big pull in there from Maddie Cooley.
Cooley did well on the missed shot, positioned herself beautifully, got the rebound, and here they go, the Tigers. Remembering this quarter at the moment it's 4-3 in favour of the Cougars, so they're looking to answer.
We need some work right here.
Contact in from behind. Fitzpatrick.
Goalers have gone into a little bit more of a closed circle, so they're trying to encourage the middies to take it.
That was Newmata, sorry. And that was Fitzpatrick. And away they go now. There just seems to be more space when the Cougars have the ball than when the Tigers do. Or is that just my imagination?
It's not your imagination, is it?
So, Rika's goal number 42.
I was sitting down courtside the other day and I was watching Gretel Tippett walk out onto the court against the Dragons. And I just looked at them both, her and Joe, standing side by side, and I thought sometimes that court can feel like it's a kilometre wide, and sometimes it feels like it's 2 metres wide.
Exactly.
All the action in one little space. Nice big shot from Amy Somerville.
She's shot as well as she can. Limited opportunities. So,
yeah.
25 shots on, 19 in, 76% for her. So she does a ton of work. They just got to get up to Robinson, like 13 for 13.
Absolutely.
So
that's the difference. Look at the shot volume, 40 to 79 in attempts for the day. It's a lot of ball not going into the circle.
It's nearly 2-1. So well, it will be 2-1 after that one. So Rika's goal number 43. We're on Rika's watch. Will she get to 50? I'm not sure if she's got to a 50 in an SSN, in a HART Sapphire Series game before. McLeod with it, looks in.
Oh,
we've had a change.
How do we miss that? Too busy hanging out over here talking stats.
T comes on, gets a hand on it for the rebound. Someone can't pick it up, unfortunately. So Robinson leaves the court at 13 out of 13.
I think the Cougars are just having a fun time too at the moment, because you know what, you're deep into the fourth quarter and you start streaming down court like that as though you haven't played 45 minutes already.
Yeah, I know what you mean. So they've got all the confidence in the running at the moment. So they lead this quarter only by 2, 6-4. So
keep coming, Tigers.
Last year the Cougars had a bit of trouble in the last quarters. They lost a couple of last quarters. Liz has addressed that this year, though. That hasn't been their issue this year. So Tigers hoping they go back to the bad old days. Summerall shoots and scores. Lovely shot from her.
That's the thing about the Cougars as well. Even when they've got a 40-goal win, there's still things that they're always wanting to do better.
So enough is never enough.
It's hard work.
Speaking from experience there.
Lovely.
So
oh, just when you're talking as well, and you know what they're about. It's all from a place of, like we said before, we're just wanting them to absolutely see the best out of themselves, reach their full potential. Got to ask those hard and honest questions. There we go. Nice pull in there from Chowder Baldwin under the post.
So a solid goal there. We're on the. It's only a margin of 1 this quarter. 7-6. Tigers with it all in front of them. If they could win this quarter and say they got something out of it, just to put things in perspective, like we look at the ladder, there's bonus points on offer. The Cougars currently have won 71 points out of a possible 78 in the bonus points. That includes today's game. So to get some bonus points off the Cougars is a big thing. So
stingy in there. They're stingy with the ball. They're stingy with anything, can't they?
Don't ask him to buy you a cup of coffee either. He'll end up paying. So back with ball and fires it across. Nice pass. And there she goes. Oh, Bakewell Doran had a crack.
Go downtown, Baldwin.
T's got it. Oh, goes over the back, unfortunately. So
got to give it a crack, though.
She did.
Might just go in.
Sometimes they do. So what is the old saying? Every dog has his day. So
shot not taken is a goal not scored.
It was funny.
Nice little front ball intercept there from Alice Munger running through.
I don't watch a lot of Suncorp netball. I just don't, because I watch a lot here. So I watch, just sections of it. And I happened to watch the third quarter yesterday, and Anne Sargent said, it's not that you missed the shot, it's the fact you stopped taking them. Yeah. And that was that really stuck in my head. She does, obviously she's speaking from a commentator's view, but she doesn't.
And a goal shooter's point of view.
Exactly, yeah, of course, one of the best. And she's saying that you're beaten once you stop taking them. It's not that you miss them, because you can always come back into form. There's only one way to get back into form, that's keep shooting. And I thought that was a very poignant thing, because quite often you do miss a few and you go into your shell and you just look to pass off all the time. Looks like we've got a timeout here for the Cougars.
Liz White not happy with the way this quarter's going by
8-6. So yeah, she's probably not super happy, but they're still on track to win it. But she wants to just make sure they get the job done. So we'll try and listen in to get some pearls of wisdom from the super coach. There they are. There's not a lot of chat at the moment.
Coming in thinking, what's she
Here we
going to
go.
say?
It's ugly. There's not another word for it. And we are doing nothing defensively. We're just letting them run, and we need to get it. And when we do get it, we need to convert, and we've got to be an option, right? So that when they come down the court, they're going to connect to you, right? Lots of they use better than you. So that we've got to have the fact that it's still got no defense, right? We need to have the defense. Naomi, got to be balanced when we get it. We picked up the number at the top, but then where's the drive through the court? Girls, we've got to be able to switch our players and go in any position and make it work, right? And shooters, the balls have to go in.
So the voice of a champion coach there, not happy, wants a better defensive effort and wants the shooters to get more shots in.
Non-negotiables.
It was.
No taking your foot off the accelerator, get back onto your job. Really basic stuff, no goalers got to go in, defenders get the ball. Really, really simple. But I don't know about you, but I'm very clear about what I've got to do when I get back on the court.
Absolutely, she didn't leave anything there, any doubt in anyone's mind what she wants. So 8-6, they're winning it by 39, and Liz is still pushing them to be better, which is what you want in the, in your coach. You always want to be pushed, and she is pushing them hard. So ball back with Summerall. So Tigers having a bit to say. They are digging deep this quarter.
Oh.
Missed shot, Summerall gets it.
Might have been a pass off the post.
Yes, could have been.
A goal assist.
Optimism again. So.
Nice touch there from Jada Gaffer. She's actually come up with a couple of key touches in the last few minutes. So, there's the never say die attitude that is renowned with the Carina Leagues Club Tigers. They are fighters. Right to the very dying minutes, so that's all Erin Burns would be wanting.
Indeed it was, and missed shot here gives them an opportunity, a turnover. Of course, the Carina Leagues Club have some of the best sponsors. Carina's League Club has been with them, since the competition started way back, when it was the dairy farmers and all that, they were with them. And of course, Franklin Blinds, Oporto, B-Star, MBE Ann Street, and Game Time Physiotherapy. They are one of the well-supported clubs in the competition with regards to corporate support. And if you want a palmy, I recommend going to Carina Leagues Club Tigers.
Went down there on Origin Wednesday.
Of course you did. You didn't pay for yours, did you?
Yes, I did.
Oh, stop it.
Wade, I did.
Well done. You obviously didn't drop your name well enough.
No, because if I was misbehaving, I didn't want anyone to know
fair
I was
fair
there.
call. So a missed shot here. That's unfortunate for the Tigers. That would have tied the quarter up at 8. So they got an opportunity here. 5 to go. They could get something out of this game. So back now. Stour looks in, wants to find Riquez, can't on this occasion. Great work there. It's an intercept from Gaffer. T with it now, looks in, finds Gaffer again. They must score here to tie it up. Somerville sneaky on the baseline, came from nowhere.
Nice work by Jada Gaffer and well finished by her captain there.
DeMel's a pinch me. It's 8-all this quarter.
Go and get it, girls.
Here come the Tigers.
So I was just watching Macy Gardner as she was leading into the attack line then, and I thought about it, 111 goals or 110 goals. Of course it's not going to be easy at the end of the match. So they've done some work, there's some legs there, but 4 minutes to go. Something exciting's happening up here on court 7.
There's a little dance going on and all sorts of things. There's a million children around. So.
Remember when we were 12?
No.
Nice shot there from Mia Stour. She's not giving in.
I really don't. So 9-8, the Cougars lead it by 1. So Tigers had a chance to take the lead.
Cheeky Mia Stour, 22 from 23 at the moment.
And goal number 45 to Riquez. She's 45 from 55. They lead it by now 2, 10-8. Tigers must answer here. Contact call there on
nope, nice touch.
Umata.
I think it was a nice touch.
It was. It's gone out of play. We've got to throw in. So Gaffer, we've got 3:41 to play. They've got to score this and get a stop. Baldwin wants it, doesn't get it. So
just give it. There's options there. They're just hesitant. But that's credit to the defence work of the Cougars. They're not allowing the feeders any confidence to let that ball go.
So whoosh goes Somerville. We're back to a 1-point game this quarter. It's 10-9.
10-9. I thought it was only
It's
1
a late
o'clock.
one. Yeah, 1:15, but feels like 10-9. So Gardner with it. Now Stour. They're looking for a turnover somewhere. There it is. Oh, they couldn't get it. Riquez too tall.
Jada Gaffer's come into the game exactly what we were saying in that first quarter, that they needed to actually attack the ball and not try and outrun the player. She's had 3 gains in this quarter alone. So, you know, that's a good learning for them to take out of this match when they go back onto their huddle accounts and watch the footage.
It is. So loose pass there. That could be enough now for the Cougars to win the quarter.
Remy Camo says, yeah, I remember. That's what my job is too, get the ball. Liz said.
Yeah, Liz said. I reckon there'll be a lot of that. Liz said. So Rika's, she is on goal number 46.
Some substitutes in the Cougars. Naomi Fitzpatrick into centre, Macy Gardner off, Lawson Numata onto wing attack.
So 2:20 to play, 12-9 this quarter. Might be a bridge too far for the Tigers unless they get a stop right here now and they cut a crack through Ree Childs.
Ree's been keeping Martina honest this quarter.
Slowed her down. And this time there's a obstruction call on Cooley.
They're notoriously heavy with the penalties, and it's not any different today. The Tigers 52 to just 16 for the Cougars.
16, that's a very low count. It's 4 a quarter. That's pretty good, isn't it, for at this level of netball? Oh, two bodies clash here. Robinson's back on.
Now 17.
Pickle. So Robinson sitting on 100% at the moment. 13 straight.
Niggly touch there from Viv Fitzpatrick, who's had a real, she's a quiet campaigner, but she's had a fantastic season 2021. Watching her last week, and I think she was the absolute...
We were mentioning that last week, that she doesn't get a lot of the accolades, but she's the engine room of that defensive end. Like you remember Dawn with the great intercepts. You obviously see Kamo taking the same sort of thing, but yeah, Fitzpatrick.
Yeah.
Well, here's a turnover here. Cooley. She's a Tigers with a chance. 3 the diff. We've got 109. 3 in a minute. Can it be done, Demelza?
It can, of course it can.
Here we go.
Again, our UQ interns discovered during the week 19.05 seconds to score is the general average of HART Sapphire Series gold. So
you guys have got stats upon
stats. Don't worry. These interns are next level.
19.5 seconds per goal.
19.05.
0.05, so right on 19, basically 9 seconds. That's amazing.
Martina says, I'm going to stuff your averages.
And shoots, misses. Stour gets it back. Unfortunately, that'll be all that can happen for the Tigers. Don't win this quarter, but they did put up a much better fight. They went from 20, 22, 23 down to 14 at the moment. So defensively, they've come strong in the last quarter. That'll please Coach Burns.
Absolutely. So just in terms of confidence for the ticker, showing some passion, earning your bib.
Ball outside, they swing long. Somerville on the base. This could be the last play of the game. She shoots, she scores. We've got under 10 seconds to go.
Hoiket.
They're going to.
There they go.
Stour finds Rikas, but Cooley gets in the way. Does well, and that is the conclusion of the match. It's a 40-goal win to the Cougars, 79-39. It was 4-all, and then after that it was all Cougars to Melza.
It was 0-all at one stage.
True.
No, that's a class effort there by the Cougars. Exactly what we expected. They're going to come out, continue to push right to the end. But I do want to say we saw some lovely glimpses by the Tigers and really spirited efforts. Again, Amy Somerville not giving up. Maddie Cooley coming off the Ruby game, coming in, injecting herself and asking questions down there in the circle. Jada Gaffer turning over some ball at the end. So still, they still gave us some good netty to watch, but all class from the Cougars.
So Rika's 47 out of 58, but Stour just snuck in there for 24 out of 25 at 96%.
We spoke earlier about it's important that both goalers are sharing the load, and what can you do? If you think you've got a key target that is going to put up 40-odd goals, no worries. But when you've got a key target putting up 40-odd goals and a blimey goal attack still putting up 25,
indeed,
it's a tough day at the office.
It's hard for the defenders. What do you? So best for the Tigers? Who was your best, you reckon?
Best for the Tigers for me.
Somerville, Cooley,
Lily Gray, Robinson.
Yep.
So I'm just in effort. I think no one put in a 60-minute.
Yep.
So that's a tough one. So, I'm almost thinking Jada Gaffer or Amy Somerville.
And if you had to pick the best for the Cougars, which is always tricky to do.
Oi.
Good luck with that.
Maybe Martina Rikas.
She was impressive. I don't think I've ever seen her put up so many shots. 58 for a game. That is incredible for her.
Held strong. And just the way her timing was today, and she was popping forward, but then there was over-the-top stuff coming out, didn't throw much ball away. So, for me, she was probably the best.
So the Career Mail match of the round comes to conclusion. A 40-goal win, 79-39 to the Cougars. We've got one more game to go. That's the USC Thunder taking on the Wildcats. I'll be here for that one at 5-2. Unsure who I'm with at this stage.
I'm signing out, Millsy.
You're gone? Okay, well, thank you very much for your time, Demelza. It's been great. Major sponsors, principal sponsors, HART Sports, Legassic Jewelers, Mizuno, Mount Franklin and Powerade. They're our major partners. Bondi Vite and Struppet are the official partners. Broadcast is Double Take Sports. Gina and the team, they do a great job every week, and we appreciate their time.
Love you guys. It's a girl squad today, Millsy.
It's always a girl squad. It is. It's spot the guy. It's usually the girls, and Gina, she's the boss, and I just do what Gina tells me. So it's like being married. So like I say, we're back at 5 minutes to 2. My name's Dave Mills, joined in commentary today by Demelza Fellows. It's bye for now, and as always, people, be brilliant.